He couldn't even grow out his fur. The closest he got was being able to grow out his fangs and claws, though it took effort. His eyes glowed blue under the sway of the moon, and when his emotions ran high. There were a few perks, though, that full-blooded werewolves didn't have, but none of it really made up for the fact that his position in the pack was endangered by his parentage. "Rael! Yes, I got the message," he shouted back, though his mom could hear him just fine, even on the opposite side of the house. "Don't yell!" she shouted back at him, and he snorted, tossing his phone on the nightstand. Saying he got the message wasn't enough, as he heard her coming his way. The bedroom door opened, and his mother leaned on the door jamb. She sighed, rubbing her face with one hand. 200 years old, and she didn't look a day over 40. She had long brown hair that hung down past her shoulders, bright blue eyes, and a hint of fangs in her smile. Tiny lines around her eyes were the only hint of age she carried. Most wolves who could bear pups had them younger, but Rael Morrow never did anything the expected way, hence her half-human son, and the fact that they lived inside city limits instead of just working there. Most wolf packs worked in Boston and lived outside the city limits, leaving the denser, more populated areas to the mundane humans and the practitioners. But his mom had been a nurse at Boston General for longer than he'd been alive, so living in the city made sense. "Just because Alpha Mercer is ordering everyone to attend doesn't mean he's going to single you out," Scylla said, though Rael heard the doubt. "First full moon after my 18th birthday, Mom." Rael sat up and swung his feet to the floor, looking down at his bare toes. If he focused really hard and had the benefit of the full moon, he might be able to grow some claws. As it was, they were just regular human toes. His mom said nothing, though they were both thinking the same thing. "I'm not a kid anymore. Alpha Mercer doesn't want anyone in the pack who isn't a wolf." Scylla growled and came to sit beside him on the bed, arm around his shoulders. "Alpha Mercer is an asshole and a bigot. Over half his pack has human bloodlines, including his oh-so-perfect mate, Abigail. You're young and strong and healthy and smart as hell. You're going to college next semester, pre-med. You're gonna be a doctor. Anyone who doesn't want you just because you can't shift is losing out on so much." He smiled, but it had a bitter twinge to it. "Everyone else with human blood can transform, Mom. I'm the only one who can't." "And there's nothing wrong with that," Scylla said, echoing the same sentiment she'd been expressing his entire life. Sometimes he believed her, but their pack didn't hold the same views. He wasn't a werewolf unless he could transform. Otherwise, he was just a mixed-blood hybrid who was too human to be pack.